When we choose love over fear, the blocks begin to dissolve and our path becomes much more fulfilling. Life becomes much more fulfilling and more clear and clean and effortless. What are the most common blocks to achieving a fulfilling life, and how do I overcome them? Such an important question. Maybe one of the most important questions, because you're realizing that these blocks are not outside of us, that there's something that are inbred and inborn from that voice of separation, the ego, or the voice of fear. The most common blocks to living a fulfilling life are fear and guilt and limiting beliefs. And all of these stem from the idea that we're separate from love, our true nature, our true self, and the source of us that's divine and is unconditional love. So if you are in that place where you're in a life living fear or guilt or judgment of any kind, then you're seeing the symptoms of those limiting beliefs in the world around you. You're not showing up to all these limiting beliefs that people have as calls to love, because you're the love that you are. You're feeling separate from the love that you are, so you don't see it as calls to love, and you actually never feel that you're the one that's capable of answering a call to love. You see yourself as broken and as disillusioned as everyone else. So A Course in Miracles teaches us that these blocks to love's presence are not real, that they're illusions created by an ego to keep us from, literally to keep us from seeing the truth of who we are. And the truth of who we are is non-negotiable. It is absolute. You are divine, period. You are miraculous, period. And you are the beloved of the divine, and you are infinite and genius and all those other qualities that come along with the divine. So to overcome the blocks, you have to have the first step, that's awareness that they're not true, that they can't be true, that they are not the truth of who you are. And then acknowledge the thoughts or beliefs that are holding you back just as that, as vehicles of separation, that are thoughts that are not reliable, that they are egotistically driven or based on the voice of separation. And then to be able to align with this truth of you, there's one road back all the time to sanity and truth and peace and the love that we are. Whenever we're feeling separate, or whenever the world is more pronounced and its separation is more real than our truth of who we are, the love that we are, then we practice forgiveness. It's the one tool in the toolbox of the miraculous. You practice forgiveness both for yourself, for being unconscious and believing in the separation and judging other people or feeling guilty. You first practice forgiveness for yourself, and then for anyone else in the scenario, all others, anything else that you came across, any situation, any person, place, or thing that's outside of you in your dream of separation. You practice forgiveness there as a way to release yourself from the guilt and the fear. And it could seem like you're forgiving someone else, but you release yourself from your experience of the illusion of separation when you forgive someone. And forgiveness lets you see that it never happened the way that you imagined it did. Everyone's doing the best they can in a dream situation that we're separate from each other, instead of recognizing and abiding in this state of oneness. When we choose love over fear, the blocks begin to dissolve and our path becomes much more fulfilling. Life becomes much more fulfilling and more clear and clean and effortless, because now we're aligned with the love that we are, which draws the love from other people. Even if they're giving a call for love, we answer it with love, and they start to realize that the blocks and all the obstacles to love's presence begin to fall away. Sometimes it takes more consistency. Sometimes we don't know how powerful love is, and we don't like go out all out unconditionally. We kind of hold back a little bit and walk in gingerly or with some reserve. But ultimately, we learn that love is the answer, period, and that it's always going to win. Love wins. And so we don't hold back as much, and we start to experience the miracle that love is, the miracle that we are, and we begin to show up as that more and more and more consistently. So allow yourself to be the love that you are, and watch how the common blocks to achieving a fulfilling life, they all fall away. You don't have to overcome them by trying. They just fall away because now you're choosing love over fear. And all those blocks begin to dissolve. And your path to a fulfilling life becomes really evident and really apparent. And you walk into your own best life. But it all is begotten from the inside out, remembering who you are, connecting to who you are, and sharing the love that you are.